Hi everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. If you're watching today's tutorial on the day that I post it, it is the day that this catalog kicks off, as well as a whole bunch of new online exclusives. If you are on my email list, then you have the flyer that you can download that has all of those. Most of you, if you purchase from me, then you should have your catalog. If you don't have a catalog and nobody's sending you one and you don't have a demonstrator and you're in the US, then let me know. I'd be happy to get one in the mail to you. But because the catalog has started, now I can open the inside. So the stuff I'm going to show you today, I will be able to point out in the catalog. But before I do that, here's a couple of other things. My card club this month, I have an online card club. So all the stuff is mailed to you and then you have video tutorials. If you go watch this one, which this is in the catalog. So it is the Autumn Toile Suite that we will be working with in Card Club this month. The nice thing is that you can, when you're part of my club, you can buy the stamps at catalog cost. So you save about 20% on the bundles. And so this is our bundle this month. And then an add-on bundle is the Amber Autumn, which is the other bundle that's part of that suite. And then I have a third add-on bundle this month that is branched out, so you can go watch any of these videos to learn more. I also have a page on my website that's dedicated just to Card Club. So for today, I am going to be using, it's not a Christmas card, but we are going to use the Traditions of Christmas Suite, which is right here on the catalog. And you can see it's got a few pages of samples in here. So here it is. You see it has two stamp sets, one of which I'm using today. I'm using the Christmas greenery. So here's the stamp set and the dies that go with. It comes with a folder and embellishments and ribbon and beautiful paper. So here you can see the paper, the traditional label stamp set. This one has dies from the Christmas greenery, and I'm not using those dies today. But I wanted to show you how you can take this one and you can actually use like the just for you. You can have a sentiment out of this that isn't Christmassy. So I was going to put the just for you on it, but I didn't like it on my card. So I ended up taking it off. But if this month, well, September 3rd through the 15th, if you purchase the suite from me, then in early October, I will be mailing you a free online class where you can craft along with me. We're going to do 5 projects together. Also, if you shop with me from September 3rd to the 5th, I have extra additional loyalty gifts in addition to the ones I have every month. So you can get the free class, and then this also, I don't know how much the suite is, $138.75, which is a bargain. You get 2 bundles, a folder, embellishments, dies, and beautiful specialty paper. So that $138 also counts towards the loyalty gifts, so it can bump you to a level to get some gifts even faster. So today's card doesn't take long because I know you'll want to shop. I'm also going to use, I'll show you a couple of the other things. Here's the Card Club suite. I am going to use the Branching Out. Oh, I love this catalog, but as I look at it, it's been a crazy summer and I have a whole lot of stuff I haven't stamped with yet. I'm going to use the Branching Out dies. So these dies are also the ones that are available for Card Club. So if you're going to get them, you might as well join Card Club for September at least and give it a try and be able to get this stuff at a discount. I'm going to use those dies. Then I'm using a folder that's part of the fall online exclusives. I'm using ribbon that is from the fall online exclusives, as are my embellishments. So it ends up kind of being, obviously, you can tell the color scheme I'm going to, it ends up being a little bit of a fall colored card, even though the set's called Christmas Greenery. So we're not using any green in the whole card. So this is pecan pie. Then I have a piece of crumb cake that is a little bit smaller. It's a little less than 4 and a little less than 5 1/4, but not all the way. And then here's the folder that's part of the Autumn Suite that's an online exclusive, and I don't remember what it's called, and I don't have my printout over here, so you can look it up. And then I'm going to run that through. You can see it's got little stems on it. And then over here is another piece of crumb cake that's just big enough to stamp on. So I'm going to take the floral set out of the Christmas greenery. So here's the bundle. So I'm using this one. This one's much more poinsettia, although I think you could probably figure out a way to color that so it's not. Then you can see the pieces that I'm not using. It's a 2-step stamp, so I could have colored in with the little pieces and stamped over the top, but I wanted to paint. And then it has the dies that cut those out, and then the big leaf and holly thing, evergreen, that you saw on the other card I did. So I'm going to stamp in Early Espresso. And I'm just going to stamp on my crumb cake. Make sure you ink it everywhere because it's a big stamp. Press nice and firmly, but you don't want to rock it, because if you rock it, you may get ink on the sides. Oops, stuck. So there we have our image in Early Espresso, and then I will cut it out with this frame from Branching Out. And then let's color it in. So I'm going to use a Wink of Stella, and I'm going to start with the color that I ended with last time. Unless it looks like it's not very, it's not, it's got a little bit of Darling Duckling. I'm going to go ahead and do my Whisper White. So I took, and I've done it on several occasions, you just take your refill and you can put some in here and it makes it faster to paint with. So when you paint with, it's going to have a little bit of the Darling Duckling, but I'll work that in. And then it's got a little bit of my shimmer solution in here too. It kind of thins that paint, and I just put a dollop in here, and then it spreads over time. That's been in there for longer than the white. But when you paint with the white, it does kind of soak into the crumb cake. So if you want a real bright white, you may need to do 2 coats. I'm just going to do the one, and then at the end, when I put my card together, if I think any of them need to be a little bit brighter, you can go back and add a coat, which you can tell I did last time, because last time I ended with the Darling Duckling. But when you're painting with the white, it is opaque because it's a crafting. So be careful not to go over the top of your stamping, otherwise you won't be able to see. It'll cover it right up. So I try to stay just inside the lines, and like down here where it's got the center of the flower, I just kind of dab my brush in it. So let me finish painting these and I'll fast forward. Okay, so those are finished. Now I'm just going to take this. I didn't put any scrap paper over here. I had scrap paper that I used when I made the card. We'll just go to the very end of this. You want to get most of the white off, but I don't want to keep brushing it on my scrap paper forever because I don't want to waste my Wink of Stella. So there may be a tiny bit, and it will make this first color on a couple of leaves maybe be a little bit more opaque or not, depending on how much you got off. So this is Lost Lagoon, and I'm going to do my leaves. So I don't know if you can see it, a little bit of the white is coming through. So because it's doing that, I like the color. It makes it be a little bit of a Lost Lagoon mixed with white. But I don't want all of those leaves to be right together, because as this comes off, it will be more just Lost Lagoon. So I'm intentionally going to spread these ones I'm coloring while it still has a little bit of white, so they're kind of more evenly spaced and not all in one section. And because it's got the white in it, I still need to be careful not to go over the top of my stamping. Okay, so those are done. Now I'm going to go to Peacock, and because I'm going to a darker color, this time I don't need to clean my brush off. It still has a little bit of white in there. But for the Peacock, it's going to be our stems. And remember, I used espresso, not black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this right along next to the little ferny pieces, because I don't want the brown to smear, and it just helps them be a little bit more fuller than what the original design is. Okay, it doesn't take long at all. You can see as the white dries, this is the last petal I did, that it gets lighter and lighter. I'm okay with a light white, but sometimes I do want a little pop of something that's a bit brighter. I'm just going to get this out of here before I put it onto my Timid Tiger. Sometimes I keep 2 Stellas so I can use one that's like green, blues, browns, and one that is like oranges, purples, reds. You don't have to worry about us getting much out of your brush. It's going pretty clean there. Now I'm going to go to Timid Tiger, which ends up looking pretty rust on this, but it was pretty, so I decided to keep it. On the crumb cake, it just turns a little bit more of a Cajun Craze shade. This time I'm picking up a little bit more than I did on my first card, since I know that it's gonna change colors a bit. Okay, and then one last color is the Darling Duckling, which is what I ended with last time as well. So I could do it with another little squish. And there's not a whole lot that gets that, and I don't know how much you'll see it on camera, but you can see it close up. And I'm not going to get the Timid Tiger out, because if a little bit of orange mixes into the center of my flowers, I'm good. So instead of going right over the top of that brown, I'm kind of going in between, where there's some space between the brown stamped image and just white. And just kind of dabbing this in and making it go into the white, otherwise you wouldn't see it at all. So it doesn't take a lot. And then we're done. Let me get some of that off, since I'm not gonna go right back to that. All right, so I'm gonna cut this out with this die and put the other piece through the folder. All right, so here it is on the folder. Let's see this fun little stems. It makes this be a little bit less fancy maybe than what the original design is. So I am going to use the Early Espresso and Old Olive thread pack, but I'm just going to use the espresso. And this is, like I said, part of the online exclusive fall suite. I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive here. So if you don't like to tie a bow, this is the card for you. I'm going to go around, so each time has 3 each side. And then just pop that back on the adhesive. Make sure they're kind of spread out a little bit, and then just trim this right off. You don't want a whole lot under there, because you don't want it to be any higher than it has to be. And I'm going to stick 2 dimensionals right here to help hold that on. Well, I guess 3. Since a bonus one came, we're going to keep it. And then let's pop this over. And it has to have dimensionals on it as well to keep it the same height. Otherwise, that middle part would be higher than the rest of it. But these can just go around the edges. Then it's up to you whether or not you want to take the backs of these off. The front holds the ribbon on. The top is for stability. But it wouldn't have to stick to those. Sometimes I leave them on. 2 reasons. One, I'm a little impatient, and pulling these things off is not one of my favorite things to do. And the little backs end up everywhere, especially in my... We have one cat. She has a ginormous tail. She's super, super fluffy. And she is forever having dimensionals stuck to her, the backs of them. There we go. Add this here. And then I just wanted to fill it out a little bit more. I thought about, adding some other die cuts. I wanted to keep it simple, but I felt like there was some empty space. So I have my Lost Lagoon. I think they're both dark Lost Lagoon and dark Timid Tiger. And I am just going to spritz a little bit, but I'm going to be really intentional about where I put the color. So just in these 2 corners going up. So there's some Timid Tiger. It just kind of fills it in. Makes it not feel so empty. We do have the embellishments still to come, but I felt like that there was some, I didn't want to put a sentiment. Like I told you, I already had nixed the one. And I had taken time to emboss it in white and cut it out. So I was like, I'm not getting another sentiment, but this fills it out. And it pulls both those colors that are in it. I can see my other card now. This is drawing much more Timid Tiger than what it looked originally, because it's like, well, I should have used Cajun Craze because it looks like it. So I'm going to use the Cajun Craze and gold dots. There's 3 sizes of these, so I'm going to use one of each size. I'm still in, normally I use 5, 7, 9 embellishments, but because I am still prepping for my upcoming Try It class, I need to save these so I can cut them all up and put them in packets. So here we go. A fun card. And you could switch the colors if you want to do it in yellows and pinks and put it on a white and pink and use some fun yellow ribbon, or you could do it in lavenders. You can do it in any season, but it is part of the Christmas greenery set. And I think you can just kind of fudge it to be whatever. Yeah, this looks a whole lot more Timid Tiger than originally. And you can even see this one still is a bit darker than the one that has dried. Same with the Lost Lagoon. All of it gets a little bit lighter, and it's mainly because it's on the crumb cake. So as it dries, you can see more of the true color. So head to my website. You can check out all the good happenings, the extra special loyalty gifts I have from the 3rd to the 5th. You can sign up for this free class, and you can request a catalog. Have a great one. Bye.